I would venture to say that this is the root cause for every single attempt I ever tried to make to lose weight. So every time before when I would try to lose weight, I was kind of like the photoelectric effect where I was like just all or nothing. I was either 100% or I was 0%. Every time I would tether my weight loss journey to a point in the future, I would fail. I would fail because I have a small slip up, and I would say, well, I screwed up. Might as well just take the rest of the day, week, month, just take it easy until the next point in time in the future. This time around, I stopped doing that ridiculous cycle and I just started saying, I'm starting now. I'm doing it now. My diet is now. It's not tomorrow. It doesn't start next week. It doesn't start next month. And it's not going to start next New Year's. Look, even studies have shown that 9% of Americans fail their New Year's resolution. And it's because it's tying it to a certain point. There's no meaning to it. You just do it next year at that point. You mess up next year. Easy. And I was browsing Reddit and I noticed that there was even some people having the same issues that I was back for the past 20 years. So this user is saying, hi all, been on the subreddit for a month or so now, attempting to start my journey tomorrow. Anything else that you would all recommend? So what I would recommend is starting now. Don't wait until tomorrow. And this other Reddit post, this user says, I've been heavy my whole life, but now I'm bigger than I've ever been. 5'9" male and 380 pounds, which almost, similar to my situation before I got started. And he says, I have a bad habit of trying to do too much at once and overcomplicating things, which always ends in failure. So I've decided with tomorrow being July 1st, I'm going to pick a diet or plan to do for the entire month of July, and at the end of the month, if I think it's not working or it's too hard to stick to, I'll do another plan for August. Which that idea is not bad. It's just the putting a starting date of the beginning of the month, it does not end well ever. So the thing I want everyone to notice about those two posts is that they're in the same state of mind. And I was like that for like the past 20 years. And it's just a continuous cycle that will just not end until you make a change. So I looked on the other side of the spectrum on Reddit. It's like, well, if these guys are having this issue, are there others that are doing what I've done? And it looks like there are. So this user says, reminder that Tuesday the 3rd is just a good day to start getting on track. I'll start in the 1st, I'll start on Monday, I'll start at breakfast tomorrow, the day's half over already. See, to me, that hits so close to home. I probably said those exact sentences, and they continue, we all do it, but it doesn't actually change anything. Agreed. Personally, the moment I was finally willing to just start, despite it being a Thursday, the 17th, after a big fat breakfast and lunch, is when I finally kept the ball rolling and lost almost 60 pounds. I mean, that's kind of how it happened for me too. Being in the mindset to just start, no matter what, is what will finally get you there. 100% agreed. And there was another user that put in their comments of, I just want to add that today is my day 589. On my day 1, I only made it through breakfast before I had broken my plan. The next day wasn't day 1 again. It was day 2. Instead of starting over or waiting for the perfect day, I just kept going. I did better on day 2. Sounds very familiar to me. That's very similar to what happened in my journey. Recently, I have had a lot of wrong turns in 589 days, but the weight of those mistakes don't add up to what I was able to do right. I lost all my extra weight and I've been keeping it off. Yeah, that sounds on point to me. So now that you're aware of what I consider to be probably the biggest trap in the weight loss journey, go ahead and check out my video and see how I lost my first 50 pounds, where I talk about everything I did to overcome the challenges that I faced. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can follow along on the journey.